All right, what is going on, guys? Get another breakdown for UFC 272. I know I haven't been on my usual pace over these last couple weeks, still getting adjusted to this new role at work. And if I don't have the hours to do it correctly, then I'm forced to kind of just pick my spots. I'd like to be able to do my research properly and pick my spots with betting. But yeah, I have been looking down the card more. I did really just start to ratchet up the output, and we were doing DFS and everything. And then I got this new gig and just haven't had enough time. But we'll get back on that pace before long. I think for this card, still going to be just kind of picking and choosing. I don't think I'm going to get to a DFS video or anything like that this week. I just don't think I'm going to be able to research the card well enough. But I do hope to get at least five breakdowns done for this card. So enough rambling. We got Kevin Holland taking on Alex Cowboy Oliveira. Kevin Holland moving down to welterweight. And yeah, Holland's going to have about a 5-inch reach advantage, a couple inches taller. So just enormous size advantage all around here. And I guess I'll start with Kevin Holland. It was just two different stories between 2020 and 2021. Took the world by storm, or the MMA world by storm in 2020. Really took advantage of being able to fight on short notice a lot during the pandemic. It was just racking up wins. He beat Joaquin Buckley. That was before the crazy KO that kind of put Buckley on the map. Was tagging him in that one. Very good performance. I believe Buckley came in on short notice in that one. Really good KO against Anthony Hernandez. Kind of a greasy fight against Darren Stewart where he kind of got a little cocky, got cracked in that one. Wins by split decision. I know Darren Stewart no longer with the promotion, but it's a decent win. Charlie Ontiveros, okay, gets it done in the first round, and then the biggest win of his career probably against Jacare. He does take him down. Then he just gets this brutal knockout from the bottom. Kind of went Nico Price on that one. Put him out cold. Huge win. Jacare is now retired. He was trending down for a little while, but it was a great run for Kevin Holland. Then he runs into the grapplers, and he just couldn't handle it. Gets wrestle fucked by Derek Brunson. Gets wrestle fucked by Marvin Vettori. So he has a little bit more success, but not really. He still loses that one pretty handily. And then against Kyle Dawkins, he works on his wrestling. Spends much of the first round in the clinch, just trying to fend off the takedown. Looked pretty good, He was defending well. Dawkins is pretty strong in the clinch, but Holland was holding his own. He wasn't able to get him down. And then, as we all know, the accidental headbutt gets KO'd. He does get submitted. That's how that fight technically ended. But he basically had a flash knockout that led to the submission. And then they were going to run it back not too long after, but I think it was good they didn't do that. Give his chin some time to heal. But yeah, now he's coming down to welterweight. And what makes Kevin Holland good, he's got very fast hands. Let's say a good variety of striking, not necessarily fast hands. He's got a good arsenal of strikes that he throws, and he definitely looks to finish the fight. He can get a little cocky, he's known for that. He talks too much sometimes, and it makes him a fan favorite, but sometimes he puts himself in these greasy positions, most notably against Darren Stewart. But at the same time, it just shows that he has a lot of confidence. What it does give me confidence in for Kevin Holland is I don't think it's going to be a case of if anybody would have a case for this, like the whole you lose to grapplers and then it's like he has PTSD and he just can't be the fighter he used to be because he's just afraid of getting taken down. I don't see that being a problem with Kevin Holland. I think if he has space and he has room to work, he's going to let the hands go and he's going to find the knockout against Cowboy Oliveira, just because of all the damage Cowboy has taken. But he might have his work cut out for him in these clinch positions, but again, he's just going to have a huge reach advantage and size advantage overall. And then for Cowboy Oliveira, definitely one of those guys who, one of those UFC long timers who maybe doesn't get as much recognition as some of the other household names that we know. But, he's kind of a mini legend, even though he's just kind of been losing a lot over these last couple of years. A lot. His two wins over Max Griffin and Peter Sabata. But, he's fought a high level of competition. We look at these losses. Gunnar Nelson was a good loss at the time. So was Mike Perry. Nicholas Dalby, he's all right. Shavkat Rakhmonov, what are you going to do? Randy Brown, similar size to Holland. One arm rear naked choke in that one. And against Nico Price, he loses a very close decision where he was very competitive in that one. very competitive. Like Nico Price was kind of expected to roll in that spot, and Cowboys showed that he still got something left in the tank. But yeah, he has taken a lot of damage. He's pretty durable, but just a lot of damage. You got to worry about it. He hasn't been knocked out recently, but he's gotten choked out a couple times. And it's when he goes to the clinch position himself, will initiate offense, and he's gotten choked out. Um, in the clinch, though, he's pretty damn good. Historically, he is. He's got a very good, well-rounded game. He's pretty good in close, and he's just a gritty veteran. He's definitely not the type of guy who's ever going to give up. I don't think his mental state we have to worry about either. These are two guys who I think are mentally sound in the cage, and they're both coming in with some adversity. I think if Cowboy loses this fight, he might be toast. If Kevin Holland loses this fight, I don't think he's going to get cut or anything. I mean, I know he won't, but his career will be in a bad spot. It'll be way different than it was a couple years ago. But yeah, for this one, I got in on this last week. If you look on Bet Tip, I have a bet in play with this. I bet Kevin Holland money line last week when it was a little bit better. It was -2 something, and I do have a bet in place for that. But the line has swelled a good amount. We're looking at -320 for Kevin Holland, but um, I don't know. At -320, it's kind of getting in that greasy range. If I want to bet something at that spot, I got to be sure. Honestly, though, I think that Kevin Holland's going to win this fight. I think on the feet, he's just going to have a number of advantages. I think he has more power. He's a better variety of strikes, and he manages his range well. It's not like Cowboy isn't a good striker in his own right. He wouldn't have been around as long as he has been if he wasn't pretty decent. Have a decent all around game. But yeah, I just think on the feet, Cowboy's going to be in trouble. I think he is going to try to work into the clinch, and from there, I just think he's not going to be able to take Kevin Holland down. I know he's been getting massacred by these grapplers, but from what I saw from the limited action in that Kyle Dawkins fight, I think it shows he's made some improvements. Also, should be noted that he has been working on it a lot. He's been training with Johnny Hendricks. He's been doing a ton of competitive grappling. He's identified the clear hole and he's been working on it. And now he's moving down in a weight class. He's going to have a huge size advantage here. I think that Kevin Holland should win this fight, but from a betting perspective, it's a little steep. I already got my bet in, so my opinion on what you should do on the money line isn't going to be the same. Honestly, my general read though is that it's a little bit too much, but at the same time, I'm just trying to go through the paths for Cowboy Oliveira, and if he can't get this fight to the ground, I think he's going to have a tough time, and I just think it's going to be a tall order. Again, I know that Kevin Holland's been getting taken down a lot, but he's been getting taken down by guys who have power wrestling, like Derek Brunson and Marvin Vettori at middleweight too. Kyle Dawkins has more of a takedown game that Cowboy Oliveira is going to threaten, and he did pretty all right with that. And yeah, I just think that this is a spot where Kevin Holland should be the clear favorite. It's just a little tough to bet it. So thanks for watching, guys. Sure to subscribe and take it easy.